of America, and a district spokesperson says some delays are expected. ABC 17's Morgan Burrish spoke with a family today who says their child was on the bus for 3 hours on Tuesday.
A foster parent I spoke with today says the amount of time their child spent on the bus on Tuesday was unacceptable. A district spokesperson said, quote, "We did have a delay with an early childhood bus on the second day of school, which unfortunately resulted in a 90 to 120-minute delay for several students. The bus company is working diligently to ensure this delay does not happen again," end quote. The parent I spoke with says he has since spoken with Student Transportation of America and is hopeful the issue has been resolved.
I do realize that there is a new company. It's a brand new school year. There's going to be wrinkles that need to be ironed out. I just hope that they are quickly.
The district says most transportation issues are typically resolved within the first few weeks of school.
I thank you, Morgan. The district encourages any families who have transportation concerns to reach out directly to Student Transportation of America. Classes resumed at Osage County R2 schools today after they had been closed due to a man leading law enforcement on a chase. Zachary Wheeler was caught last night after a K-9 team tracked into the Capitol quarries near Highway 50. Drone teams from Callaway and Osage counties then found him in the quarry. He was eventually arrested by deputies. Wheeler's facing charges for resisting arrest, property damage, leaving the scene of an accident, unlawful possession of a gun, and careless driving. He allegedly refused to pull over, which caused law enforcement to chase him through multiple counties. He then crashed 2 miles away from Lynn High School and ran away on foot. That caused the schools to close yesterday. In Cole County, a man accused of stabbing the mother of his child to death last year will still face the death penalty. In court today, a judge denied Sergio Sales' motion to declare the Missouri death penalty unconstitutional. The defense argued studies show black men who kill white women are more likely to get the death penalty, but the state argued they are held by burden of law, not statistics. The judge ruled in favor of the state on that one. Jasmine King was found dead in April of last year after Sales allegedly threatened to kill her.
A man charged for a shooting at a South Columbia restaurant appeared in court today. Alexis Gonzalez is facing assault and weapons charges for the shooting at Buffalo Wild Wings on Saturday night. Prosecutors say he shot a man in the face when Gonzalez left without paying his bill. In court today, his attorney said he felt he needed to defend his girlfriend. The judge said she will consider house arrest for Gonzalez. The Columbia Buffalo Wild Wings was closed after that incident, but reopened today. A Pulaski County mother of a 5-year-old who died last year has pleaded guilty and was sentenced to life in prison. According to the prosecutors, Shamira Buford was sentenced yesterday after pleading guilty to endangering the welfare of a child resulting in death. She was charged in March 2023 after a student reported the death of his sister, according to a witness. Another person charged in the case pleaded guilty in December to the same charge and was also sentenced to life.
In your news across Missouri tonight, the Missouri Supreme Court has blocked an agreement that would have spared the life of a death row inmate. Marcellus Williams pleaded no contest and dropped an innocence claim yesterday that would have avoided him the death penalty and given him a new sentence of life in prison without parole. But since that agreement was blocked, Williams' execution will be scheduled as planned on September 24th. He's charged with first-degree murder in the 1998 death of Leisha Gale. Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft is under fire tonight about a recent executive order on cannabis products. According to a release, the Secretary of State has refused to sign off on the emergency process associated with the governor's executive order. That order prevents the sale of unregulated psychoactive cannabis products. The governor says the issue needs immediate action to protect the state's children, and Ashcroft is not acting fast enough. According to a spokesperson for Ashcroft's office, he feels the rule does not meet requirements and has reached out to the governor's office.
And things are looking pretty nice this evening across much of mid-Missouri. If you just step outside, you're going to be feeling those temperatures back to the mid-70s. And Also going to be seeing some partly cloudy skies across much of the region. A little bit of sunshine still continuing to poke back through much of mid-Missouri. Now taking a look at temperatures, looking at 72 degrees in Columbia, Jefferson City at 73, a little bit warmer off to the northwest, Moberly at 75, but we're looking at Jefferson City, still, like I said, sitting at 73 degrees. You cannot complain for this time of the year, as temperatures are usually going to be topping out closer to the upper 80s. But we're going to continue to watch these temperatures cooling back down as we gear up for the overnight hours. Throughout much of the overnight hours, we're sitting back into the 60s. In the next several days, we're tracking an increase in those temperatures, and along with that, we're going to be tracking an increase in our pollen levels across much of mid-Missouri as ragweed continues to wreak havoc on a lot of mid-Missouri. This is going to be peaking out throughout the next several weeks, so going to be here to stay for quite a bit of time. Definitely want to make sure you're stocked up on the allergy medication. Now, here's what we can expect as we head off into Friday evening. 87 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Things aren't looking too bad, especially as we look a little bit closer towards the evening. We're going to be seeing temperatures back towards the lower 80s at kickoff, 82 degrees. Then we look up for the halftime, 77, and eventually post-game, going to be looking at 75 degrees. So conditions across much of mid-Missouri not going to be looking too bad. Now, a little bit further out from there, we're going to look at the ABC 17 Storm Track Future Track. So once again, partly cloudy as we head off through Friday. You're seeing a little bit of this green on the ABC 17 Storm Track Future Track. One or two spotty showers going to be possible, but we're going to be seeing a lot of this raining into what we call a dry sector in the environment. So a lot of that going to evaporate before it even gets down to the surface of the earth. Just a lot of cloud cover we're dealing with, and we're drying up as we head throughout the overnight hours. Now, once again, into Saturday morning, late morning, early afternoon hours, we'll be tracking some scattered showers and storms, but eventually that pushes back off to the east, and we're going to be looking dry as we head towards the evening and overnight hours Saturday. Sunday morning, though, we'll see some more chances of some spotty showers once again. Now, temperatures after that point continue to surge pretty impressively. We're going to be seeing feels-like temperatures back towards the triple digits as we gear up for Monday and Tuesday, still feeling like the upper 90s for the heat index. Now, one thing we do have going is we're going to be looking at drier conditions as we start off next week, so definitely a warmer note with winds back out of the southwest, but by Wednesday and Thursday, we could see a couple more chances for some scattered showers and storms.
Right now, you are taking a live look of the final night of the Democratic National Convention. Vice President Kamala Harris is set to give the keynote address. It is the most high-profile moment of her political life.
Though Harris has been vice president for more than 3 years, advisors believe Americans are unaware of large parts of her biography. All week in Chicago, pieces of her background have been sprinkled into speeches. Her campaign is hoping to define her as a prosecutor, a fighter, and a daughter of a single middle-class mother. Coming up mid-Missouri, we will have a preview of the Chiefs' final preseason game of the year coming up.
Shopping online for a Purple mattress? We get it. With Purple's unique Gel Flex grid and multiple foam layers, you'll experience effortless sleep that's motion adaptive, temperature balanced, pressure relieving, and ultra supportive. But which Purple mattress is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. During Purple's Labor Day sale, save up to $1,000 on mattress and base bundles and get an instant gift. Shop Purple at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect Purple.
Dollar General's Fulton Distribution Center's hiring event is coming this Wednesday with 2 sessions to attend, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Wednesday. Show up for your on-the-spot interview. Starting pay is up to $22 per hour. Benefits start day 1 with paid time off. Enjoy a climate-controlled facility. Dollar General provides tuition scholarship programs to help you earn select associate and bachelor's degrees at little or no cost to you. Scan the QR code now and apply today to work for Dollar General.
Save big this Labor Day at Ennis Appliance Center. Get special Labor Day rebates on quality appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and more. With professional delivery, installation, and service for all appliances and brands. And to celebrate Labor Day, you can get up to $500 in rebates on select Whirlpool appliances. Shop online, pick up locally at Ennis Appliance Center, 16 Business Loop 70 East, Columbia.
United Way has supported over 80 nonprofits in our community.
Through the power of loving our community, we're helping our neighbors thrive and succeed.
So remember to give,
advocate,
volunteer, and live united.
Stay ahead of severe weather with the ABC 17 Storm Track Weather app. Instant alerts for ABC 17 Storm Track Weather alert days. Plus, in-depth future track video forecasts and live interactive radar, keeping you ahead of the storm. Scan the code to download today.
Welcome back, Mid-Missouri. The Kansas City Chiefs are set to kick off the final preseason game of the year right here on Fox 22 in just a couple of minutes. Now, we're joined at the desk tonight by our ABC 17 sports director, Natalie Jones. Natalie, Lucas, after the game, KC will officially start its trek to the historic three-peat, something that's never been done before.
Yeah, Megan, that's right. They've been talking about this for, it seems like, weeks now. Lucas and I, it's hard to forget, we were in Las Vegas just 5 months ago now to witness the second step in Kansas City's hope for history. Of course, that was the Super Bowl 58 win against the San Francisco 49ers. Lucas, when we were on site there, that was the first thing we heard after the clock hit zeros. Three-peat. Forget the second one. We're already on to the
Right, yeah, we are, yeah, that's so true. That was the mindset so quickly after that is, can they go for three and can they do it? I mean, you think how few sports franchises in any major sport does something like that. And for the Kansas City Chiefs, they're in a position to honestly, like, why couldn't they do it again when you have 15 as your quarterback? If the Super Bowl that we went to taught us anything, is that anything is possible with him as the quarterback.
Don't doubt Patrick Mahomes. The offense was doubted all season long. You just saw the highlights there when we were looking that back. You know, McCole Hardman in overtime. The guy who started the year as a Jet was the hero in the Super Bowl. I just think it's hilarious just how the Super Bowl game actually reflected how the offense was all season. And, you know, it's kind of looked a little bit that way this preseason as well. You know, we're still trying to get our footing here a little bit.
A little rough for the Chiefs this so far with preseason. I mean, they haven't won at either of the games.
Right. And obviously with preseason, you know, take it a bit with a grain of salt. You're trying to get these second stringers or these third stringers, see what they can bring to an NFL roster. But I will say it hasn't been smooth sailing as far as the preseason has gone. When you look at even when the ones get in, one big thing they were working on was red zone. And I would say the red zone hasn't looked stellar so far.
Yeah, and, you know, one person also on that team that we're going to be looking forward to, at least here in Columbia, is Nick Bolton back again.
Well, right, you know, Missoula Nick Bolton always is a favorite storyline for Chiefs fans here in mid-Missouri. If you could believe this, guys, he's entering the 4th and final year of his contract. That flew by.
Felt like he just got there.
I mean, that's crazy. Bolt is keeping the main thing. I got to catch up with the Tiger Star at a Chiefs training camp a few weeks back. Let's take a look at his mindset before this season kicks off.
In Columbia, we've heard it time
STP
and time again.
Something to prove.
Now, the motto of the Mizzou Tigers has made its way on over to Chiefs training camp.
I think I got a lot to prove to myself, first and foremost, not necessarily to the outside.
Former Mizzou star Nick Bolton has proven his worth over
He's gonna score!
And over again as he now enters a pivotal season in his time in Kansas City.
What a game for Nick Bolton.
Man, I think it's just I'm taking it day by day. Honestly, just want to get through training camp, trying to put my best foot forward.
Hard to believe it, but the Chiefs star is entering the 4th and final year of his rookie contract that he signed after getting drafted 58th overall in 2021.
That's the MVP, baby. Let's go.
But Bolton's not thinking numbers right now. He's actually sticking with that blue-collar Mizzou mentality and rolling up his sleeves for work.
From my standpoint, I like to go out there and get through training camp, try to get our team the best way we can, figure out what we are on defense, and help us win football games. We've got a lot at stake, a chance to do a lot of things in the near future, so that's where my main focus is at right now.
Believe it or not, Bolts feels like he has something to prove in 2024.
I was banged up a lot last year. I think I put my best product out there.
Last season, he sat out significant time due to injury and has been dealing with it ever since.
My wrist was messed up, had a cast on it, had burst ice in my elbow, had something to do with I had burst ice in my elbow, left ankle, so I was kind of hobbling trying to get through a little Humpty Dumpty all the way to the Super Bowl.
The Mizzou alum says he learned a lot in his first time really struggling with an injury like that at this level.
I think there's a lot of mental toughness with that, learning who I am as a person, learning who I can lean on outside of football, and yeah, I think it's kind of made me into a better person.
The Chiefs have high expectations as a historic three-peat is on the line.
The challenge this year is going to be the distractions. There's going to be a lot of talk about us going back to back to back.
And to accomplish that, Bolton says he's going to need to be his best self for his unit, especially with the departure of his old buddy, Willie Gay.
I think those guys obviously mean a lot to our team. They're a huge chunk of our personality, but that personality changes year to year.
As for contract negotiations, sit tight, Chiefs fans.
Well, if you guys were hoping to see Patrick Mahomes and company take the field at Arrowhead Stadium in a few minutes, I'm sorry, that will not be happening tonight. After all, why on any planet would you risk your ones for the last preseason game? No, this game against the Bears is the last look the KC coaching staff will get at the young guys before making some very tough decisions in the coming days. The deadline for the cut down to a 53-man roster is August 27th, so this coming Tuesday. There will be some big decisions made after this final preseason game. What will be the fate of the early fan favorite? Fullback Carson Steele has second-year running back Deneric Prince caught KC's eye enough? That all still remains to be seen. But important to note here, the Chiefs have kind of an overflow at wide receiver right now. Some cuts will have to be made there, which offensive coordinator Matt Nagy says it's a pretty good problem to have.
We still have this game coming up here, which is going to be valuable for a lot of these guys, and they know that. As a coach, as a coordinator, that's the exciting part. When I step back now in my role and I look at the relationships we built with these guys, whatever position, I want to make sure that I'm giving them everything from me to make sure that they can look back and say, you gave me an opportunity to do what I can, you know, and I think it's good to have tough decisions.
Some people are, solidified in certain things, but yeah, it's definitely one of those times where, all the hard work that you've been doing the whole camp and, trying to, make a way and try to make a spot on the team. So definitely some nervous times around here. For me too, you never know what can happen.
Well, we got Chiefs football this Thursday night. Next Thursday night, we got some Mizzou football. Tiger fans, ABC 17 has some exciting news for those of you who can't get enough of Mizzou football. Starting Tuesday, we're bringing a long-standing Tiger tradition to TV for the first time. Tiger Talk with head coach Eli Drinkwitz will air live on our sister station, that's KZOU, at 7 p.m. every Tuesday this football season. Now, Tiger Talk has been a staple statewide on the Learfield Radio Network during decades, featuring the voice of the Tigers. That's Mike Kelly. The one-hour interview program airs live from Bud's Barbecue in downtown Columbia. Kelly will interview Coach Drink, assistant coaches, and players in front of a live audience. Don't miss that premiere on Tuesday, August 27th. Also, be sure to catch our third annual Thursday night kickoff at the Zoo Special on KMIZ. That's on August 29th when the Tigers take on Murray State. We'll be live from Faurot Field, leading right up to kickoff. I have to say, Thursday night kickoff at the Zoo, always a favorite on the ABC 17 team as well, not just for Tiger fans. So that's going to be a fun one.
Will be a fun one. Very interesting. I mean, you're right. Tiger Talk is a staple. So
it
to
is.
have that on KZOU is nice as well.
We love hearing from Mike Kelly. Who else do you want to hear from?
For sure. Now, and also for those watching, you said ones aren't playing for Kansas City tonight.
Right.
Probably also not going to see #1 overall pick Caleb Williams either from the Chicago Bears side.
I'd like to say it's a beautiful night for backups. This is the last chance they have. The cut to a 53-man roster is pretty brutal. So this is the last chance for guys like Carson Steele. You think of guys like Deneric Prince, who've been really trying to prove themselves all season, to kind of make that way and get into an NFL roster. Even if they don't make the Chiefs, get something on tape here to try to make a different one, right?
Yeah, this is where, as a football fan, you learn some names that you can pull in the middle of the season when someone's not doing well. It's like, call up that other guy that I watched in the preseason.
I remember that guy.
Yes. So learn some names on this game here. No, I appreciate this. I mean, last preseason game coming up here, so
then we get to see Baltimore Ravens, Kansas City Chiefs for the season opener. That's gonna be a fun one, right,
Very
guys?
fun.
For the rest of you guys out there, I hope you enjoy this game. Gonna be coming up in just a minute here.